Yo, what's up everybody? I already had to record this video once, and as far as I know my microphone actually sounds different than it did in the other two ranking videos where I ranked Connor Super Goofy's Theodore Dog Weeby and Skate albums, and I ranked our collective Life After Graduation album. So I should be sounding different, but I just wanted to note that I did this whole thing, stopped the recording, and then I realized that throughout the whole tier list there was no audio. But anyways, I'm going to rank SKITTLEZ YouTube album, Bulletproof, which I think is only on YouTube. It's made up of 14 songs, and he released them a couple weeks ago. And he released a few singles before, and Yapper was one of them. So we'll start with that one because it's going in chronological order of the playlist on YouTube. But Yapper, get up on my face, face, face. Get up on my face, face, face. It's pretty congested like a lot of the songs on this album, but it's not terrible. I think I'd give it a 3. And as far as I know, a guy called Lil Gay is heavily involved, or sometimes is only involved by himself, with the production on a lot of these songs. And honestly, he's not a bad producer. But I don't think he actually adds that good. I don't think he adds a lot of value to the songs in terms of bars. Matter of fact, I think he has negative aura. He adds negative value to a lot of these songs. But either way, Yapper's a 3 out of 10. Get up on my face, face, face. And now we got Jenny, which I like more. The beat was decent, and I actually like the auto-tune on Lil Gay's vocals. It kind of sounds like Chance the Rapper. I'd give it a 4 or 5. It's probably like a high 4. Now this song, bro, this song is just noise, dog. Mr. Beast! It's a lot of ear rape, a lot of Mr. Beast. You could tell that Skittles and a lot of the other people that he had on this song were having fun, which I can give him on most of these songs. It sounds like he's at least having fun on them. Some of them are funny. But with Klutz, a bunch of ear rape, and Mr. Beast, Skittles having fun isn't going to save this from having a 0, bro. I think the only time I'd ever willingly listen to this song again is if Skittles and I met up and he blasted this song. That's the only other time that I'd ever listen to this song in my life, bro, if I'm being honest. But yeah, man, this is a 0. Tristan Rapper, Tristan Rapper, Tristan Rapper. Trappers. It's got a decent beat, to be honest, and I kind of like the background in the video. But I'd give Trappers like a 2. The Tristan Rapper edition, I'm not going to fault Tristan Rapper. He's like a 5, 6-year-old kid. He's having fun with Skittles, just like Skittles is having fun in most of these songs. But that's about it, man. It's a 2. And then we got Yakuza, which I actually like. I like the guitar in this song. I like the distortion on Skittles' vocals. It kind of reminds me of some horror games. Five Nights at Freddy's, maybe. No, I'd give it a 7. I wouldn't quite give it an 8. But I actually really like the beat with the guitar and the distortion on Skittles' vocals. I like that guitar. I was honestly pleasantly surprised to hear that guitar. But yeah, the guitar that makes the beat, that's haunting. The haunting guitar and Skittles' distortion, bro. I'm just yapping now. But what I'm trying to say, the background guitar and the distortion on Skittles' vocals makes Yakuza a 7 out of 10 for me. And it's definitely my favorite song on the whole album, if I'm being honest. Now we got Imposter Toaster. I used to play Among Us a lot, so I can't faithfully give this song anything lower than a 5. But I think I will end up giving it a 5, if I'm being honest. The Indian sounding vocals kind of add some nice flair to the song. I like how he's talking about killing people, getting voted out. He knows Among Us, alright? So it's a 5 out of 10 song. Imposter Toaster. It has some value to it. Then we got Rico. It's a synthy song. It's got a lot of synths in the background. But I'm not really trying to hear Lil Gay talk his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Almost cursed, but you get what I meant. It's got synths, but that's about it. Actually, now that I think of it, it might be a 3 out of 10 because there's a point of Lil Skittles' verse where he actually sounds alright, so I might bump Rico up to a 3 instead of a 2. Yeah, I think Rico's a 3 just because of Lil Skittles' verse. It's not bad. And then we got Migos, which is also a 3. It's got a groovy beat to it, but that's about it. That's all I really remember. It's not one of the most memorable songs. Riri, that's a 0, bro. Honestly, it could have been an interlude, because not only was it short, but it was just a bunch of noise, dog. It was cacophony. Cacophony. Alright, I accidentally closed out of the tier list, so I had to add all this back in. But whatever. Now we go on to Buddy. I know I might have mentioned Lil Gay and Rico talking his gay stuff, talking about having you know what in his mouth. But it's so much more in your face on the song Buddy, bro. I can't give it anything but a 0. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not trying to hear Lil Gay spit. Lil Gay's a good producer, but he can't spit bars for crap, bro. Now we got Baka. Gucci on my wrist. Ooh, Gucci on my wrist. Ooh. This one is probably more like a 2. You know, it's alright. It's not one of the more memorable ones. And then Goku's too short, bro. Goku could have actually been alright. But instead, I think I'm going to have to give it a 3. Baka. Now I'll move Baka down to number 1. Or I'll move Baka down to a 1 out of 10. And here we got Goofy, which is the song I'm on. Connor, Super Goofy, Skittles, and myself are all on this song. And my part goes, I don't live off loans and bonds, flying across the pond. Can't lay noodle hands on me, son. Y'all know better than altercation with me. Cause you see, girls, mansions, and palm trees when you look at me. I could take the heat, I'm a Mercury. You so jealous, gotta have AC. That's my part. But yeah, I think, honestly, I'd give Goofy a 6 out of 10. Part of me regrets giving Skittles and Lil Gay the okay sample because they used that throughout a lot of the song, but I also thought it was kind of funny. It was just a little bit overdone. But yeah, I'd give Goofy a 6 out of 10 because the addition of me and Connor definitely bumps it up. And it's a cool beat to begin with. And now we got VV, which is a sad song. And I'd probably put it as the 3rd best. But yeah, I'd say top 3 on this album are Yakuza, which is the best one, Goofy number 2, and VV number 3. And these are honestly my rankings. If I were to rank this album out of 10, it would be it gave me some laughs out of 10. That's what my ranking would be. Alright, love you Skittles. Goodbye, y'all.